Hey everybody, this is Heartless Spartan with another Halo Toy Talk. Hopefully Jazwares will continue releasing Halo figures so I can keep these going. I want more Halo figures, please. Today I have the Jazwares Vault exclusive World of Halo Noble 6 and Elite Zealot 2-pack. I don't want to spend much time ruminating or speculating on what they can make next, especially from Halo Reach. I'll leave that for the comments. Let's get into the review. Alright, let's take a look at what we have here. We've got some good cover art shots on the front of our box here. Similar shots on the sides with some nameplates. And the back, more extensive cover art of both characters. Now this box does have a window box that is velcroed on. Some nice art on the inside there. A very fancy window box. We have a Jazwares Vault sticker on the inside as well as in the front. Very cool. Let's actually get these out of the box here. I have to break the seals. There we go. Put that over there. Got our sort of blister pack box there. A couple of stands on that background. We'll look at that in a little bit. Let's take them out. Alright, let's take a look at Noble 6 here first. His armor's looking really cool. Although I'm noticing something kind of a little bit odd right off the bat. It's down here. I don't know what's up with the sculpting. I don't know if that's purposeful detail or if they added that into the sculpting on purpose, like a little bit of battle damage. But his shin guards look kind of cracked, but the rest of his armor is smooth. I'm wondering why that is. I don't know if like the sculpting, like the tooling's kind of wearing out or what's going on with that. It would have been an interesting effect to do that across the armor, but just having the shin guards like that's a little bit odd. Of course, his additional knife. I like the kind of shiny visor he has. Of course, the standard shoulder pads. Default multiplayer character. All right. Posability. Let's see. We don't want to make mistakes here. There we go. Had to turn his arm. Posability is pretty good. Wrists, do the wrists bend? They do. Alright. Knees and feet. The toes articulated on this one? I don't think so. No. Okay. Alright. You can still get some pretty good posability with Noble 6. Noble 6 is looking pretty cool. Let's take a look at his rifle, actually. It's like the standard issue assault rifle. Maybe the MA5B? I don't remember which version was in Reach off the top of my head. I half expected like a little blue paint indicator there, but there wasn't. Yeah, minimal paint apps on this one. The sculpting is very good though, and it is like a bendy rifle, so it's not gonna snap in half trying to put it in his hands. I actually do prefer those over others. And of course it has a peg, so he can kind of stow that on his back. Yeah, let me grab. And each figure also came with an interlocking stand. There we go. Ooh, can I pose him to... Oh, no, maybe not with that arm. Can I? Maybe this one? Can I get him going for his knife? Hey, I can. There we go. Sort of. Alright, let's take a look at our UV Zealot, right? Yep. Oh, it's finally good to be getting like Halo aliens again. Oh, I like the detailing on the shoulder pads. That looks cool. The design of this is awesome. You can see his teeth and his mandibles. I like his eyes. Well painted eyes this time. And that, as always, like the Jazwares team does fantastic making these into posable figures, these aliens. They are, I mean, they're posable, they're fantastic. Good head movement. I like that kind of rusted crimson look on the Zealot. Got some posability in the legs. Quite a bit in these knee joints. These you can be adjusted a little bit. Not that you absolutely have to, because most of it's going to be in like the hip joint and the knees. But this is looking very good. Yeah, we'll have this guy show up and drag off a Marine, and Noble 6 will have to go get him back. Alright, so let's take a look at his... I think this was called a concussion rifle? Man, I hope I'm not wrong, because I used to play Halo Reach a lot. It's just been a while. Now, the paint on this, that kind of gold paint looks really good. I don't remember the concussion rifle being that gold color like that. I thought the concussion rifle was also like a crimson color. But that looks pretty cool on there. The design and sculpting is really good. Let's see, how does that fit in his hands here? Ooh, quite well. It goes in that little slot very easily. Can I get his other hand to hold it without too much trouble? Yep. Oh, but then his other hand pops out. Come on, we can do this. But can I turn his head? His head turns a little bit funny, though. He only kind of looks that way. That's a little bit disappointing. Otherwise, he can really only look forward unless he's, like, turning like that. I think that's kind of odd. I wonder why they did that. I don't have any of my older elites out right now, otherwise I'd compare them. But he actually fits nicely with his large hooves onto the stand there. And then, of course, you could pretend that you're trying to headshot him, and then he will just dance around like he's absolutely insane. And then as soon as he loses his shields, he'll just, get out of sight. All right. But then roundhouse kick you like Chuck Norris as soon as you come around that corner. But I'd say that's a pretty good figure set. And just, again, happy to be getting Halo figures. Let's move on to the montage. This World of Halo scale 2-pack is a pretty good set of figures. As usual, I am blown away by the quality and articulation of the Elite. The Zealot has pretty good articulation except for the head. The crimson paint looks cool, and the blue stylized Covenant detailing on its armor was cool too. Noble 6 had a good sculpt and was well articulated. The paint detailing is average for the playline Jazwares Halo figures, but that also throws things off a bit because we're paying more for collector's packaging, I guess. I'd much rather see these on store shelves in standard packaging than get a fancy box. I also don't know what's going on with the sculpting on the shin guards, if that was on purpose or not, but otherwise it's still a pretty good figure and I would like to continue seeing more from Jazwares. I just think they would sell better if they came out with generic UNSC Marine packs, ODSTs, and generic alien packs, because they're not going to sell as many with a named character packed with an unnamed generic character. If I want a bunch of Elite Zealots, and I do, I'll end up with a bunch of Noble 6 figures, and I'm not going to do that. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Is the collector's packaging worth the additional cost? Do you want a ton of Noble 6 figures with your Zealots? This has been Heartless Spartan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.